Hey guys, Immerse here. Welcome to Temple of Jade Serpent on a Unholy Death Knight. So let's go through the core abilities first. We have Plague Strike, a vicious strike that deals 100% weapon damage plus 421 and infects the target with Blood Plague, a disease dealing shadow damage over time. Icy Touch chills a target for 4,226 frost damage and infects him with Frost Fever, a disease that deals periodic frost damage for 30 seconds. Scourge Strike, an unholy strike that deals 130% of weapon damage as physical damage plus 690. In addition, for each of your diseases on the target, you deal an additional 25% of the physical damage done as shadow. We have Festering Strike, an instant attack that deals 200% weapon damage plus 974 and increase the duration of your Blood Plague, Frost Fever, and Chains of Ice effects on the target by up to 6 seconds. Dark Transformation consumes 5 charges of Shadow Infusion on your ghoul to transform it into a powerful undead monstrosity for 30 seconds. The ghoul's abilities are empowered and take on new functions while the transformation is active. And Death Coil. Fire a blast of unholy energy causing 9,130 shadow damage to an enemy target or healing 24,443 damage on a friendly undead target. So when to use these: keep Plague Strike, Icy Touch up, always use these during your rotation as an opener. Scourge Strike is your spammable. Festering Strike use when your diseases are going to fall off. Dark Transformation use when it's available. And Death Coil use when you have excessive runic power. Alright, so let's go to our passives. We have Blood Plague, a disease dealing 3,672 shadow damage every 3 seconds for 30 seconds caused by Plague Strike and other abilities. Chillblains, victims of your Frost Fever disease are chilled, reducing movement speed by 50% for 10 seconds, and your Chains of Ice immobilize targets for 3 seconds. Ebon Plaguebringer, increase the damage your diseases deal by 60% and causes your Blood Plague to also apply the physical vulnerability effect. And what physical vulnerability does is it weakens the constitution of an enemy target, increasing their physical damage taken by 4% for 30 seconds. Frost Fever, a disease dealing 2,767 frost damage every 3 seconds for 30 seconds, caused by Icy Touch and other spells. Now the presence we're going to be using is Unholy Presence. And why we're going to be using that is, while in Unholy Presence, your attack speed and rune regeneration are increased by an additional 10%. So we're going to definitely want to be using that. Master of Ghouls, a ghoul summoned by your Raise Dead spell is considered a pet under your control. Unlike normal Death Knight ghouls, your pet does not have a limited duration, which is Toothmonger here. And our Mastery, increase all shadow damage done by 30%. On a Pale Horse, you become as hard to stop as death itself. The duration of movement slowing effects used against you is reduced by 30%, and your mounted speed is increased by 20. This is not stacked with any other movement speed increasing effects. Gives a chance to parry enemy melee attacks. We get strength from our plate specialization. Whenever you hit with Blood Strike, Pestilence, Festering Strike, or Blood Boil, the runes spent will become Death Runes when they activate. Death Runes count as Blood, Frost, or Unholy. Shadow Infusion, your successful Death Coils empower your active ghoul, increasing its damage dealt by 10% for 30 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. And this is where you can pop Dark Transformation. Sudden Doom, reduce the cost of Death Coil by 20% and grants your main hand auto attacks a chance to make your next Death Coil cost no runic power. Increase the melee and range attack speed of all party and raid members within 100 yards by 10, and Dark Power courses through your limbs, increasing your strength by 15%. Let's take a look at the Glyphs. Darkseeker, when you kill an enemy that yields experience or honor while in Frost or Unholy Presence, your next death strike within 15 seconds is free and will restore at least 20% of your maximum health. Causes your Unholy Frenzy to no longer deal damage to the affected target. Your Death and Decay also reduces the movement speed of enemies within its radius by 50%. Your Death Grip spell no longer taunts the target. The ghouls summoned by your Army of the Dead no longer taunt, and causes your Army of the Dead spell to summon an assortment of undead minions. And let's take a quick look at our talents here. We have Unholy Blight, surrounds the Death Knight with a vile swarm of unholy insects for 10 seconds. stinging all enemies within 10 yards every 1 second, infecting them with Blood Plague and Frost Fever. This is very good for AoE situations, or if you have 2 or 3 people on you in PvP, this is very, very good. Purgatory. An Unholy Pact grants you the ability to fight on through damage that would kill mere mortals. When you sustain fatal damage, you instead are wrapped in a shroud of Purgatory, absorbing incoming healing equal to the amount of damage prevented, lasting 3 seconds. If any healing absorption remains when Shroud of Purgatory expires, you die, otherwise you survive. This effect may only occur once every 3 minutes. Chillblains. Victims of your frost fever disease are chilled, reducing movement speed by 50% for 10 seconds, and your chains of ice immobilize the targets for 3 seconds. Conversion continuously converts runic power to health, restoring 3% of your maximum health every 1 second. Only base runic power generation from spending runes may occur while conversion is active. This effect lasts until cancelled or runic power is exhausted. And runic corruption. When you land a damaging death coil, frost strike, or rune strike, you have a 45% chance to activate runic corruption, increasing your rune regeneration rate by 100% for 2.26 seconds. This is very good for Unholy Death Knights, whereas opposed to this is good for, I'd say, Frost Death Knights. This is good because our rune regeneration is already 20%, on top of 100%, that's like 120%, as opposed to 110%. I was doing a lot of tests, and I really like this one. So that's it for the Unholy Death Knight opening. We're going to jump right into Temple of Jade Serpent on an Unholy Death Knight, and I will see you guys there. Alright guys, welcome back. This is an Unholy Death Knight in Temple of Jade Serpent. So again, I'm going to be using my Death Grip just to get this mob closer. Just because I don't have I have the glyph where it no longer taunts them. So I'm going to just get this guy close to the tank as quickly as I can. Alright, get my Outbreak up, use my Scourge Strike, and my Heart Strike right after that. Use my Icy Touch to generate some my runic power. Okay, get my D&D out there. And again guys, I have never played a 85 Unholy Death Knight in the previous patch, and I definitely never played one in this one. So bear with me if I'm doing a few things wrong. I'm just showing you how they play in Mists of Pandaria Beta and Temple of Jade Serpent. Alright, so it's going to get Dark Transformation up for the next. And there it is. So I'm just going to get a few death coils in there. And keep an eye on my diseases. Get my Pestilence up with my D&D. Again, going to Death Grip it in for the tank. Get my death coils out there. And again with my Pestilence and my D&D once it's up. Alright, I'm gonna get Army out right here. Get my diseases up on the target, start getting my death coils out, get my dark transformation up, and get my scourge strikes rolling. And I'm going to get my empowered rune weapon out so I could just start with my scourge strikes again, get festering up to refresh the cooldown on my diseases. And I'm going to use my gargoyle right now, just to finish him off. Alright. It is a very fun class. I tried one pre-patch 5 and I didn't 100% like one. It just seemed a little, not slow really, but just a little too, I prefer Frost, I'll put it that way, but I really am enjoying Unholy right now. It's very fun. So just gonna wait for everyone to get up here. And how we're gonna AoE here is I'm gonna cast Unholy Blight, and that will give everyone here the diseases I have, the my Death Knight diseases, and I'm just going to lay down D&D and just continue my rotation. So getting my D&D out there, getting my Unholy Blight, and that gives them the diseases. Gonna get my blood boil out there and get my death coals running. Followed by an Unholy Strike, Plague Strike rather. Alright, there we go. And as you can see, right under Dark Transformation it has a 4. You can just see how many stacks I have. So we're gonna go in, get my Pestilence, so get a Dark Transformation up, and get all the damage I can up on this guy. Doing a lot of damage right now. Refresh my diseases. Alright, perfect. And again, just open up. And the hunter seems to think it's a good idea if he pulls. And again, gonna get my Unholy Blade up, get my diseases up there. Get my death coals up. Alright. So we're gonna run in here, get some runic power. And I'm gonna get my Dark Transformation up. Now I'm actually gonna save it for the boss. Try to anyway, see how long it lasts. Alright. So it's gonna quickly kill this. Alright, let's see what boss we got. Why does Blizzard put this fight in here? Alright, not a problem. We'll just quickly end them.
young boy was traveling across the Kunai Plains when suddenly he was ambushed by two strange creatures. For the ancients!
Alright, getting my Unholy Transformation up. Get my dots up. And I'm going to switch as soon as the Torn switches. Right now. Get my Unholy Frenzy up on myself. Okay, I'm going to get my Gargoyle up. And switch. And getting my Dark Transformation up. And again, going to switch right now. pop conversion just to help with the damage. Okay, gonna get rid of it now. I'm back to full health. Alright, hopefully finish this guy right here. Try and get as many death kills as I can. Okay, get my Dark Transformation up to finish this guy. And get my diseases up. And there we have it. Perfect.
For you see, strife feeds on conflict. When you have peace in your heart, strife will come.
So, Unholy Death Knights, from what I've experienced before patch 5, and comparing to patch 5 Unholy DKs, they are so much more fun. I'm really enjoying this. They are just, PvP wise, they're going to be awesome as well. Just such a powerful class. And just waiting for the healer. Alrighty. And the healer's here. Get our Frost Fever up, followed by our Plague Strike and a D&D and a Pestilence. Then go right into our normal rotation. Interrupt that. I'm gonna get a Festering to refresh our dots. Okay, I'm gonna save our Dark Transformation for the next mob. Get him down really, really quick. Alright, got our Dark Transformation up there right now. Outbreak followed by a Pestilence. Doing a lot of AoE damage right now. Okay, and getting again our diseases up so we can spread them. Right there. Waiting for the interrupt. Alright, someone else interrupted it. Perfect. Alright.
Your forces are weak.
And we're going to use Army on this fight. Just pop in and get a lot more extra damage out there. Use Horn of Winter to maintain our runic power. And for some reason the Hunter pulling. Alright, well, open up with Outbreak. Get all of our death coils out there as quickly as we can to get our Dark Transformation up. And there we have it. Festering Strike to refresh our dots on the target. Get our Gargoyle up with our Unholy Frenzy on us. Just doing a lot of damage right now. And again, Festering Strike just before we get kicked away. Get our Plague Strike back up. And using my Unholy Blight right there, just so as soon as this boss spawns we can get the dots up on it. Got our Death Close out there. And gonna finish it off with a few death coils. Alright, perfect. And I'm gonna go into this next mob fight with a dark transformation up. Alright, here we go. Get our outbreak up. Spread it with pestilence. Get our D&D up. Wait for the interrupt. There it is. Get rid of that. Absolutely perfect. Refresh our diseases. Get our death coils out there. Get out of the purple stuff. And getting our death coils up there just so we can get our dark transformation up. Right there, gonna pop it. Getting Unholy Blight out there just to get our diseases back up. Pretty simple once you get to learn the class. I know maybe I'm missing a few things, but it's the first time I've ever played an 85 Unholy one, so I am doing pretty good. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so we're going to try and wait till everybody's in here.
Remember the sun well.
And hopefully the healer will get in here in time. Alright, good. Alright, gonna open up again with our diseases, followed by a few Scourge Strikes. Get our death coils out there. And more death coils to get our dark transformation ready. Okay, perfect time for dark transformation. Gonna stack on the tank. Gonna get dark transformation up. Get our diseases up and spread it with pestilence. Do as much AoE as we can. Letting the healer know that the debuffs seem to be dispelled. Get our gargoyle up right after that, our Unholy Frenzy on us. Followed by Death Strike. Refresh the cooldown on our diseases. Get another Death Strike up. A few Scourge Strikes after that. Another Dark Transformation ready. And get Festering to reapply our dots. And again, stack on the tank. Alright, right after this fight, we're gonna open with our Empowered Runic weapon so we can get a burst stage in there. Alright, opening with that now. Getting our diseases back up. And as much death close as possible to get our Ghoul and Dark Transformation. Alright, and here we go, Dark Transformation. Now let's see if we can finish him like this. Getting very close. Oh, so close. Well, we'll definitely finish it next time. Getting our diseases up and spread it. Alright, we lost a healer, so we are going to see if we can do this. Get down Yura's Shade first, as always. Get D&D up. And downing the boss. Alright guys, and that's that. And right before I die from the dot, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped in some way. I hope you liked it. And that was Purgatory, and this is me dying because of a dot. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was entertaining. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. It would greatly, greatly, greatly help me. And as always, happy hunting. Thank you guys very much.